Hello, I am a Spartan Gamer. Today I'll be discussing the Wizard of Water questline from Fallout Shelter. More specifically, I will talk about the lore of the questline. To learn about the lore, I would have to go from quest to quest as the questline progresses. Now, let's get started with the first quest, Fons Vivus. In this quest, you learn that the people are talking about a new kind of water that has healing properties, makes you stronger, and brings good fortune. You are really interested in finding this water and trying it out for yourself, so the quest objective is to talk to sellers who have tried the water so you can learn more about the water. Once you meet some sellers at a vault, they mention that they brought the water for 10,000 caps and how the water benefited them in a lot of ways. When we asked if we can get some, the settlers shared that they used up all the magical water and to ask of Vault 315 as they may have some. This takes us to our next quest. Our cup runneth over with failure. In this quest, you go to Vault 315 to gather more information about the magical water and to see if you can get some of that sweet, sweet water. When we meet the dwellers in that vault, they tell us that they do not trust the wizard's claim that he discovered a pre-war filtration system. They came to that conclusion after they drank it, in which they were nearly killed by raiders, which we had to fight them off for them. Also, someone from their group died from disease, in their words, in a day after he drank it. When we asked them about if they had any left, they buried it under a tree which got struck by lightning, and they recommended talking to dwellers at the old Robco plant. This takes us to our next quest, half full, half empty. Now we travel to the Robco plant to still find more info about the water, even though the last quest had us believing that the water isn't worth searching for. When we meet the dwellers there, they mentioned that their experience with the water has been mostly good. Their Brahmin drank the water and pooped out a gold bar. They also mentioned that someone in the group had hallucinations. When we asked for some, they mentioned that the Brahmin drank it all, and to check the abandoned vault-like offices. This takes us to our next quest, Water into Brine. We really begin to question if the magical water is real or just a sham. To find our answer, we head to the abandoned vault-like offices. We also want to find the wizard's whereabouts so we can learn more about his magical water. When talking to the dwellers at the offices, we learn that they have met the wizard and that the water was interesting. They, annoyingly, did not explain how the water was interesting and instead told us to go fight some raiders in exchange for information about the wizard and the water. We accept the job. This takes us to our next quest, Aqua Nuka. To receive information from the dwellers in the last quest regarding the water and the source, we went to a raider camp and cleared out the camp of Cruddy Bones and his gang, which was the easy task to do because they're raiders. The raiders were mean though. This takes us to our next quest, Aqua Scheme. We have destroyed the raiders. Now we go back to the Vault Tech offices to get some answers about the wizard and his water. They mentioned that they met the wizard a while ago. Apparently, he's a good salesman and the water was amazing. However, they discovered that the effects of that the water was supposed to have were just in the mind of the user and coincidental. So the water was normal, delicious, and the wizard was ripping people off and needs to be stopped. When we asked where we can find him, they mentioned that his former assistant is holed up in a superduper off yonder and might know where his boss is. This takes us to our next quest, the Reluctant Shill. So, the wizard's assistant has abandoned him and he's now at a superduper. So we went there and we met him there. The assistant mentioned that they sold the water all over the wasteland. He affirms that the water is good and that the wizard has amazing pre-war filtration systems, but he does not believe that the water has magical properties though, and he apparently did not like telling people this because he abandoned the wizard soon after because he did not like ripping people off anymore. After we learn about the water, we ask about what the wizard's whereabouts. The assistant mentions that he is in a dilapidated factory not too far away, but he warns that the wizard has become more eccentric. This takes us to our last quest, Snake Water. We now go and take a visit to the dilapidated factory, and guess who we found? The wizard. And yes, that's actually the wizard. We are now on a mission to stop this man from selling his glorified tap water to the masses. When we finally reach the Wizard of Water, we find out that he will not go down without a fight, as he challenges us to a fight, but he is willing to spare us and split the profits made from the water. If we decide not to fight back and take the profits, he tells you he made a wise choice and rewards us for it. If we decide to fight him, we will then fight him. I did not fight him, but I assume that he's a hard enemy to defeat. Whatever the option you choose, you end up shutting down the wizard's operation. And this leads us to the end of the Wizard of Water Questline. So thank you for watching the video. This is my first video just talking about Fallout Shelter instead of just playing it. And I enjoyed making the video, and I hope you enjoy watching it. It took me a while to make, and I hope you support me after this. And I hope to read your comments after. I really do enjoy reading your comments, and it tells me that people are watching, people are supporting, and people are wanting to create a little community in this on our side of YouTube. So thank you for watching the video. If you like what I saw, like, share, subscribe, comment, subscribe bell if you want to see more videos. And yeah, have a good day. Thank you for watching. See you.